Morning everyone. Myself Shivakumar from Gokaraju Rangaraju. I like to explain about my major project, American Sign Language Communicator. In our team, we have 4 members. Myself Shivakumar. My teammates are Ramu, Saidat, Sharat Kumar. We are guided by Mr. V. Srinivas sir, Assistant Professor from Computer Science Department. In our project, it's about ASL. In the world, with the rapid motion and evolving connections, American Sign Language is not just a tool. It's a technology where it becomes a part of a life, which helps the human beings avoid the time and effort that has been put into the language learning just to communicate with one or two people. This is about developing a model which can help to communicate with the non-sign users efficiently. Getting into the project, the introduction is ASL translation system bridge communication between ASL signers and individuals proficient in written language like us. Our goal was to convert ASL signs into understandable forms from signing and non-sign users. Here is the algorithm. We used a React 3 fiber framework on the front end. Basically, we developed a web application at the front end. At the back end, we used the data which has been created using Blender. And in third phase, ASL translation processes. We will go deeper into the further slides. You can understand those things. Our objective was to create an ASL sign model which can translate the given text into signs. In the phase 2, we created the building the phase 1. Phase 2 aims to enhance the ASL translation system with real-time capabilities. With same objective, implementation steps, benefits, next steps, conclusion. We will go into the further slides. Here, I want to explain about the models which has been integrated into this project. First of all, it's a Blender. Blender is a tool which is used to create 3D models. The animations which we are watching in movies are made up of similar kind of tools. Blender was a basic one of them. It was basic though, so we used it for our project. We created some animations and stored in a GLB file. GLB file is a file which can store animations. Then, if we come into the front end, React 3 Fiber front end module. In this, we created a user interface which consists of so many components, in which one would be a text box and one would be an avatar. A text box is something which takes an input. An avatar is something which gives an output. An avatar is an ideal figure which moves has like a human being to mimic the input as a sign user. Then we get into the next modules. React 3 Fiber at the backend. We used JavaScript to program this model. Comes to the backend. Backend consists of a GLB file along with some code which can break down the given input into smaller pieces. Then find the appropriate animation which is related to those small pieces called tokens. After collecting them, it collects in a jar. After collecting those things, it converts each and every one into JSON file, JavaScript object notation files, then sends entire JavaScript notation file to the front end. Then comes to the web application. This is the most important because users will able to see the web application where they can't see other modules. So it becomes important to express the project colorfully. So I think in my point of view, web application was the most important one because it explains how hard they tried to explain the project. Next, we further go into the project. This is a use case diagram. Then initially user need to run the development file. After running the development file, we need to establish a server. So we need to run server file. After running the server file, we will be able to see an URL which has been created. So we need to open that URL. After opening that URL, we need to give the input. Then it plays the animations after giving the input. As you can see, the roles user, program backend, and animation database. It is not a database actually. It is a GLB file which act as like one. Module integration. This is the integration in method which we use to integrate our project. We will move further into the project. This is the snapshot of the codes which has been used in the project. App is the overall component which you combines every other component into it and runs all at a time. Experience is a component which helps in the further processes. UI is user interface. Avatar is a component which we'll see in next slide. Index is something which used to keep everything in check. This is an implementation in which animations are made. You can see there is an idle one at the 0th position. Then at the 10th frame, you can see the image has lifted his hands. At 25th frame, it is trying to do something. At 40th frame, the motion has been completed. This picture represents how many frames have been made to make a single animation. So we will continue the further. In the next slide, I'm going to show the implementation. Here, you can see how the input has been given here. See, hello, I am your virtual translator. Here it shows. As for now, we only given the text. We are going to develop for it has even for speech. It is under development. But we want to express our project to the others for better understanding and also for their guidance in improving our project. Next, conclusion. ASL Communicator serves as an innovative solution, breaking down the communication barriers between non-signed users and ASL community. It's nothing but about what we done in the project and how it is useful for the society. It is the entire project which help us from doing the other task. You can watch the video one more time. Here we can see that input. Hello, I am your virtual translator. That input has been given. So now I will play you the animation. See, once the input has been given, automatically the avatar component shows you what is happening. All the action has been done at the back end. So we were only able to see at the front end what is going on. This is how animations will work. For now, I only took a simple example, that is zoom in and zoom out option. We are going to further. Here is the conclusion. I have already done with it. Then if we get into conclusion. Thank you everyone. This is about us. Please give your guidance if you think there is something that can be improved about the project, and I'm going to post it in the GitHub. I will also post the GitHub link in the below. You can comment at it also. Thank you one and all.